So the injury that I am going to talk about is just an ankle sprain. I went over with my preceptor yesterday, and we've had probably a good handful of ankle sprains lately, from in basketball to wrestling to football as well. So I thought this would be a good time to talk about this, the different treatments that I talked about with him that he's been doing, and then some of the ones that I found online. So when talking about this with my preceptor, the first step he talked about was to get rid of the swelling and then strengthen. So some techniques that he kind of came up with that we've been doing with him is the milking massage, in which you just kind of massage the leg from like he'll be in a prone position. You're just gonna move the swelling out of the swelling out of the ankle area. Next one is going to do is like game ready. It just kind of compresses it, cools the area in which that's swelling. It helps just kind of get rid of the swelling in general. Just some ibuprofen, a compression sleeve, all those are going to help. Ibuprofen is just an anti-inflammatory drug. For some of the other treatments, there's some like strengthening that we have to do. Some ones that we came up with are heel and toe raises, ankle four-ways, which is just using a band, moving it back, forth, up and down. Single leg balance with eyes closed and open. There's some functional movements we also looked at that we've been doing. Some proprioception stuff, such as mini squats and deep squats. Mini squats would be maybe around 15-20 degrees in knee flexion, when full squats you're going towards 90 degrees of flexion. Could also do lunges. The reason lunges would work, it'd be working on the dorsiflexion of your foot, would be strengthening that calf muscle, which would all in all kind of be strengthening the ankle as well. I did some monster walks. Again, you're squatting, side shuffling with bands, single leg hops. You can do side to side, front to back. We also did some range of motion stuff we talked about. The ones that we've been working with these patients specifically, we've been doing calf stretches against the wall. We've done it where knee straight and knee bent. There are ABCs, there are ankle pumps, and then after kind of like some of the range of motions, you do the tools on the calves or stem. If you do tools on the calf, it kind of helps relieve the pressure a little bit that is put on your ankle. It will most likely kind of just help just with the blood flow, with it can help with swelling, he told me. Now I did some research as well, and so with some of the research I looked up, the only ones that I really saw that were kind of different from the ones that we came up with, they did a lot of stuff with like towels instead. So there's not really that stretch that you're getting with the band. You're getting more of just a straight pressure, and I think there's just a little more force that you're gonna have to put into it, and I think that just differs a lot. That just differs a lot, and maybe it's harder to do, so strengthen maybe your ankles a little bit more. They did some single leg balance stuff as well, some of the research I saw. However, the single leg balance was a little bit different. It wasn't just, standing on one leg, eyes closed. They did do that. However, they kind of had the squishy oval ball that you can be on. I'm not really sure what the name of it is. I could not figure out the name, but they have standing on that, trying to balance. This kind of wraps around to the whole proprioception thing. It's kind of like where the ankle is like unstable and it's kind of like shaking when you're balancing. You want to strengthen those muscles as well, and that's what it's doing. So I did that. Another one they did is they used a pillow as well. The pillow is again kind of unstable, so it's really working on your balance while doing this. And I think working with your balance is probably one of the key things to help strengthening overall. And then I just kind of looked at and saw just overall stretches, just standing calf stretch. I've seen using the roller. They've used a roller on their calves with a band. So you could do, the roller underneath calf, have the band around your foot, pulling back into dorsiflexion while rolling out your foot at the same time. That's stretching out the calf, and then with the tension coming back and with the rolling underneath, it can stretch in that way too. So it's just kind of like really stretching and focusing on that calf to help strengthen the areas that are around the ankle. And one last one that I happen to see is they are using the band, and they are going like kind of behind the other leg that's not injured, and kind of just moving the ankle in and out, but you're going behind the leg and then back and in front of it. So I think those are some things that could be helpful, and it just kind of help prevent in the future. We have kind of like other treatment could just be ankle braces if you really need it, laced up ones, elastic ones, and then those are the main things that I happen to find in comparison to the ones my preceptor and I talked about.